welcome to my library. Admittedly, I had a really terrible day at work that involved some bodily fluids, so I came home from work early and had to take a shower. So I'm very fresh-faced and trying to relax a little bit, but all of that to say, I'm very excited to talk about books with you and just show you all the books I bought. I'm sure I've told you this in the many times that I have yapped at you, but I don't buy like souvenirs and like t-shirts and stuff that I'm never gonna wear. I buy a book. And by a book, I mean sometimes a lot of books. When I was in Cancun, I'll start with my Cancun book because I have about 2 feet of books here that I bought while I was in Wisconsin with my family fishing, reading on a boat. They were fishing, I was reading. But anyway, while I was in Cancun, I bought one book. I bought Wayward, which has been on my TBR forever. I've heard it's really good, and I've actually had it like personally recommended to me, like as something that I would like by one of my bookish friends. And she's usually pretty good about picking books for me, somewhat. But anyway, I am excited that it's fantastical, but not a series. I've been so inundated with series lately, which is absolutely my own fault. I bought the Crescent City, the first book, so there's Sarah J. Maas, actor, who, my very first professional conference, I don't know what that big sound was, probably a cat. My very first professional conference as a licensed practitioner, I went to San Diego and I bought that book, and then I all of my coworkers wanted book recommendations, so I got them to also buy books, which was super fun. And then they were all reading them for the rest of the trip, and I just got to be like maniacally laughing as they were like reading all of these fun, crazy things. Yeah, so that was really fun. But anyway, so I got Wayward, and I'm very excited. This was my only book from Cancun because it was 429 pesos, and it was much more expensive than I ever that I ever spend on books. And literally all of the other ones are from one singular. This is Bobbin. She's very sweet. From one singularly used bookshop in Wisconsin. Yeah, right? Wisconsin. It was at a used bookshop in Wisconsin. And I got this Midwest Indie Bookstore roadmap. So if you ever come to the Midwest, we're gonna go on a road trip and go buy a bunch of books. And we'll just pretend that you don't have to figure out how to fly home with them, because that's always my problem because I can't stop buying books. Anyway, I'll save these for last. I got oops, sorry beans, 2 feet of used books at this one bookstore, and it was so good. It was such a good store. Such a good store. Okay. In what order do I want to start? I'll save those for last. Okay, Lucy Score. Love Lucy Score with all my heart. She's not the best writer, I'm gonna be really honest, but Trio, where's the Trio? Oh, that's down here. I don't know that you can see it. Yeah, you kind of can. Okay, anyway, so the Trio, things we left behind in the dark, hide from the light, something like that. Anyway, those got me out of a reading slump after I got divorced, and that was incredible. It was really ironic that as soon as I became single, all that I wanted to read was romance, which is fine. But my favorite Christmas book of last year, because I just buy myself way too many Christmas books every year, was from Lucy Score this year. So I just really like her. And this one is about a house-flipping sensation and YouTube star, Maggie Nichols, something. She buys a Victorian house, which I love Victorian homes, and they're just so quirky and charming, and I love being a homeowner, even though it's terrifying, and I have so much stuff, particularly to this room, that I want to do, so I'm just really excited for this one. It looks really precious. There's a dog on the cover, and I freaking love my dog. I've had my dog for 1 year today. That's so special. Anyway, Maggie Moves On by Lucy Score. Got that one. I got Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. I have read Rising already, and I've just been slowly piecing this series together. So when I saw it on the shelves, I was like, heck yes, I'm for sure getting this. So I'm super excited. We'll probably buy the third one I'm on like a bunch of Facebook book buy, sell, trade groups. So I'll just post that I'm looking for the third one and I'll probably find it for like $8. But I think I got this one for like $7. These were so cheap. Remember how I was saying I was inundated with series and I didn't want to buy any more series, even though this is a trilogy. Oops, excuse me, ma'am. This is also a trilogy, but I got Children of Blood and Bone. Oh, lots of bookmarks. Oh, I forgot I got stickers too. Read more diverse books. Read more diverse books. And, oh, this one says reading is lit. So I'm probably going to put those on my laptop cover because I like having stickers on that. I've just been way too like, oh, I don't want to commit to putting a sticker on my laptop because then it's going to be there forever. But also it's like a cover. So I don't know why I was freaking about that much. But anyway, yeah, I'm super excited about these. Also got them recommended. I'm just really into fantasy these days because life sucks. Not really, it doesn't suck, but I'm just kind of over reading about realistic stuff, unless it's like cutesy little romances that I just want to like kick my feet to and like just read and yeah. Anyway, so I'm excited about this one, but I know that these are going to be really heavy, so I need to be like in the mood for them. They killed my mother, they took our magic, they tried to bury us, now we rise. So when I want to feel really powerful, I'm going to read this book because sometimes I don't. Anyway, okay, The Chestnut Man. Basically, anytime I see a book of the month book, which if you'll look at my shelves, you'll notice a lot of book of the month books. But basically, anytime I see one on, like, at a used bookstore, I just, like, have to check it out. So I honestly don't think that I have ever heard of this, but A Psychopath is Terrorizing Copenhagen is, like, the first line of the summary. And as we all know, I work with people who have significant mental illness and developmental disabilities. So I love reading books about people with psychopathy or sociopathy. And I don't know, I'm just really excited to read this. I'm kind of over, I read so many thrillers in 2021, yeah, because that's when I first got book of the month. I read so many thrillers that like I just basically became able to like guess every single one of them. So I'm really hoping that this one will be different because it had like a psychological aspect to it, and it has stuff to do with dolls, and I think it's gonna freak me the fuck out basically is why I'm excited to read it. So that one looked really good. And these were all so cheap. The hardbacks were like $8. So how could I not? And then I bought 7 Robin Hobb books because they were $3.50. So initially, they're all the ones that I got were incomplete trilogies, unfortunately. So I've made my list to post on that Facebook group that I was talking about. But oh yeah, I can tell they are all the same font. Well, anyway, what was I saying? I got 7 of them. I was originally going to get 3 of them, and just like find the rest to fill up. I think it was like 2 partial trilogies that I was just originally going to get. But then when I went up to the register, I asked her how much the Robin Hobb books were, and because they're like mass market paperbacks, she was like, oh, those are only $3.50. I'm sorry, what? So I was originally gonna get 3 and I went back and got the other 4. I literally cleaned her out entirely. I'm so excited because I just like, I know that I'm gonna love Robin Hobb, and I've just been reading a lot of like lower quality fantasy lately, which is fine. I have no problem with it, but I know that these are going to be amazing, and I checked all of them, and they literally all had like 4.1, 4.5, 4 point something stars on Goodreads, which I know Goodreads can be skewed, but like it's usually a pretty good marker for me. Like I have no problem liking the stuff that most of the rest of America likes. I definitely have really loved like some books that have been really poorly marked if they have like something specific in them that I really like. Like I have a couple sewing books that like include like sewing and embroidery. And so for me, they were super exciting because I had like that connected aspect of the novel, but like they probably weren't like the best written, but like I still love them. And in my little heart, they were 5 stars. So anyway, I'm very excited. So I got, of the Farseer trilogy, I just got the last one, so I need the first 2. And then of the Tawny Man trilogy, I got 1 and 3, so I need number 2. Of the Live Ship Traders, I got 2 and 3, so I just need number 1. And then of the Soldier Sun trilogy, I got 2 and 3, so I just need number 1 of that one also. But they were $3.50, so it's like, how could I not? I just couldn't not. Am I ever gonna read them? Yes, I am. I just need to stop buying other books, and then maybe I will read them. But anyway, so that was all my books that I got while I was on vacation. And thanks for listening to me rambling. I'm sorry that I'm really red right now, but I'm kind of nervous about sending this to you. So anyway, hope you're having an amazing evening. I have to go let my dog back in because now he's barking at me and yelling at me to let him back in. Okay, bye. Oh no.